Alright, what's up y'all, LakerFan here. As y'all can see by the title of today's video, we got the best signature styles for every slasher in NBA 2K22 Next Gen, as well as any ISO player as well, from dunk style creator to the best dribble moves, and also even if you're an outside point guard, you could take a couple things from this video and fit it into your own play style. Alright, so to get straight into this, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, we have a lot of new playmaking moves that have dropped in Season 2, as well as ones that I'm even using myself now, but I will talk about the ones that I did demonstrate in the mixtape as well. A lot of the moves that I use very heavily in the mixtape haven't really changed too much, but we do have the dribble style quick. I did use shifty in everything to do with the mixtape, just to let you guys know, but I think quick is by far better. You just move faster, honestly, out of every single dribble move that you do. Signature size up, we have Dwayne Wade. I was using Penny Hardaway before. These are pretty similar if you ask me. It's really just for certain little chains that you can do out of your dribble combos like that. They're both very, very similar. For the signature combo, I was using Jason Williams. I now have Derrick Rose. These are very similar. All you have to do is tap the left trigger or L2 to be able to fire off a chain of moves pretty much. Again, Derrick Rose and Jason Williams, very similar. It gives you multiple different frames that you can speed boost out of to opposite ball hands, and you can really just go left, left, or right, left, right, and pretty much just be able to speed boost out of whatever you want to do. Again, for the size up escape package, I really think the only one you should be using is Trae Young in this game, and we'll talk about why. There's a glitchy dribble move that I really want to show you guys as soon as we get into the team arena to show you how to do it. But anyway, moving crossover, we have Kyrie Irving. I was originally using LeBron James. I'm not gonna lie, honestly, I don't really see a lot of good moving crossover animations. You can see this LeBron one's a little bit more of a sweeper. The Kyrie one's a little bit more of a stunner, but honestly, they're both just really not that useful. I wouldn't recommend doing many moving crossovers, to be honest with you. What is really good for moving actual dribble moves is Scottie Pippen. Now, this is the original Damian Lillard. You're going to see once this animation stops doing the BS that it does at the beginning every time. This is the OG Damian Lillard from Season 1. Unfortunately, my game can hardly keep up with how fast the dribble move is, as you guys can clearly see. But anyway, Scottie Pippen is going to be the good behind the back now for actual slasher downhill movement, by far the best one in the game. Damian Lillard is still a pretty good behind the back. You can see it's a little bit more hoppy, so to say, whereas the Scottie Pippen gets you super downhill really quickly. Moving spins, we got Jason Tatum. Again, I don't really recommend doing many moving spins, to be honest with you. If you want to run the basic one, or just the basic, so to say, to be able to do the little spin back and stuff like that, if you're someone who can shoot the ball, that's totally reasonable for you to do. I have John Wall moving hesitation. Again, I don't really recommend doing too many moving hezzies. Moving step back is Kyrie Irving, by far the best one in the game. In my opinion, you're going to be able to speed boost out of it really good for the hezzies, especially if you're an ISO or a slasher. And then boom, we have the triple threat normal 4. This is just going to be by far the only one you should ever have. It's the Michael Jordan little palm ball animation. I'll show you it as soon as we pick up the ball. And then, like I said, as soon as we get in the arena, I'm going to talk about the Trae Young size up escape package and talk about this really crazy speed boost you can do out of it. Then for the layup style, I have Jelly. Again, I'm going to be showing you guys the dunk creator. We'll go ahead and do that right now. All the animations that I have in this one right here. So I am very particular and very specific with the animations that I have. I do recommend to put every bit of contact dunking you can do on your player. You're going to see I have the contact dunks off 1 and off 2 given. And then all I'm going to recommend that you do for 1 foot moving dunks is going to be quick drops off 1. Easy, simple. And we've already talked about this in a previous video talking about how OP quick drops and Michael Jordan dunk packages, that those are going to be the only 2 I recommend to have on. And then reverses, baseline reverse off 1, just in case you're going baseline and you want to get an actual dunk. For the standing dunks, these are the only 2 I recommend to have no matter what your player is, if you can even have them in the first place. I know a lot of people clicking on this video, you're probably a guard who doesn't even have your standing dunk upgraded, but either way, even if you have the ability to get these, I'm not going to recommend to do athletic standing dunks. They are just too slow, too egregious with the animations you can get out of them. As you can see, they're just ridiculously slow and super blockable, honestly. I won't even recommend running the rim pulls, honestly. Again, really slow. I think the regulars are just the way to go, honestly. And then for the signature dunks, like I said, we have the Michael Jordan. That's all I'm going to recommend doing. As far as alley-oops go, you guys can see I have Pro and Elite both equipped. I would definitely recommend to do so. However, I don't really think you should put a lot of the park alley-oops on. The reverses, the windmills, the flashies, all types of stuff like that. The Kilgannon, 360s, underlegs, they all get blocked a lot, and I don't think they're worth running. It's also a really slow timing in terms of the alley-oops and stuff too. I wouldn't recommend doing so. Now, obviously, put all the contact lobs on that you can as well. Anything to do with contact dunking in the game, go ahead and throw on that you can afford. And then on top of that, like I said, the only dunks that I'm really going to suggest to run are going to be baseline reverses off 1, the Michael Jordan package, and the quick drops off 1. So here's the deal with why I don't want to put the controller cam on for every single dribble move we're going to be doing here, because stupid Xbox Series X doesn't even actually have this to where I can equip it and be doing these dribble moves and showing you guys the moves that I'm doing. As you can see, nothing's happening. I have another second controller attached to my PC right now, and that's what I'm able to demonstrate the stick movements for. So unfortunately, all I'm able to do is to be able to demonstrate the stick movements. It's so dumb, honestly, and Xbox needs to step their game up with that stuff. Currently, there's no way for me to sync my Xbox Series X to the companion app, and it's just so dumb. They need to step their game up with that. But anyway, moving forward, I really first and foremost want to demonstrate to you guys how to do this glitchy move right here. I was demonstrating this in the mixtape film study breakdown yesterday, and I gotta say, that is really a crazy move to speed boost out of. It is, however, very complex. So I'm going to demonstrate on the controller cam how to do it, and then I'm going to do it myself. So pretty much, you're going to be holding the RT all the way down, and then to your offhand is where you're going to flick down diagonal on that right stick. I have that PS4 controller on the top to be able to show you guys, especially for the stick movements, because I know with the bottom two, with the black sticks, with the black background on the controller, it's a little bit hard to see where these things are going. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and try and explain this glitchy move really quickly. However, it's very complex, I must say. Like, I've been practicing this for literally hours, and it's still a little bit hard to do. So just understand that, and understand there's literally 4 parts to break down into how to literally just do this one speed boost move. If you're a basic dribbler, I would just recommend skip past this part of the video. Don't worry about this dribble move right here. But this is what we're talking about right here. It's in the beginning of the mixtape. You can see you can speed boost out of that stuff like crazy. It's really glitchy. Like, it looks really cool as well. So we're gonna break it down dribble move for dribble move, but unfortunately, like I said, it's really complex for me to do this because of stupid Xbox Series X. So long story short, I'm gonna break this down part by part. So all you gotta do is be holding RT, or R2 if you're on the PlayStation controllers, and then what you're gonna do is you're also gonna move that right stick always to the down diagonal offhand. So in this situation, down diagonal to the offhand is gonna be in the right. So you can see you're just holding RT, flick that down diagonal to the right. I don't know, you're only gonna do it one time. So it's gonna be like this. Boom. And then while doing that, your left stick is also going to be moving to the ball hand every single time. So just understand, in this situation, your right stick is moving to the right, your left stick is moving to the left when doing this. So that's going to fire that off every single time. I'm only going to practice this in the area of me showing you with the left hand so you can understand how it's going to work. So again, you're holding RT, your right stick is always going to that offhand, and in which case is going to be moving to the right, and that left stick is always moving toward the ball hand, and in which case is going to be to the left. So all you're gonna do is that it's gonna give you this animation right here. You're gonna do that every single time. Now I'm just gonna move it back to the left hand again to let you guys understand that. Right stick going to the right, left stick going to the left, and holding RT, and it's gonna do this animation right here. Now what you need to be able to do is to adjust to that once you've already done it, and now your left hand, now stick with me because it gets really complicated right here. All right, now once you do this animation right here, now you have to be able to speed boost out of it and sprint over to that ball hand. So what you guys are going to see is it's going to switch that ball hand, right? It's literally just going to go boom like that. Now I need to be ready to sprint to the left, or in this situation right here, be ready to sprint to the right out of it. So it's a real adjustment thing to be able to get this down. You have to really get good with this stuff right here, and you guys can see it's really complex, but that's why I don't want to start with the complicated stuff, but I know you guys wanted something interesting and really complex to begin with, so that's that. Feel free to watch that part back. I explained it as well as I can right there, and again, I really do apologize for the technical difficulty we have with on the stupid Xbox Series X. Alright, so now that we got that out of the way, I feel like everything else is pretty basic and easy to understand with me just verbally explaining it, but I will bring back the controller cam if I feel like it's necessary throughout the course of this video. But anyway, next up, I'm just going to be talking about, again, slasher and ISO related things that are going to be helping you just get open really easily. So we got this move right here, which is always going to be flicking down to the offhand. I'm not sprinting when I'm doing that, because if you are holding RT, if you're sprinting when doing that, it's going to do this animation right here. Now all you're doing instead is not holding the RT and doing this move, but then once you start to move out of that, you're going to sprint again. So you're just doing this and then holding RT, this holding RT, and then moving that way. So again, doing this move, holding RT, and then just sprint. And I gotta say, like, this is just a really good, boom, just glue move for ISO and slashing. I'm not gonna lie, it's really left-righty, honestly. Like, it's very basic, and you just move downhill off of it really cleanly. I gotta say, it's a really fire animation. Alright, so next up, we got signature combos. All you have to do is tap your left trigger, or L2. It's gonna fire off this whole chain of animations right here. And obviously, this is not what we're focused on. You're not gonna get open on any of this stuff right here. Nobody's just gonna give you a free jump shot just because you're dribbling the ball, right? I mean, they're gonna be playing up on you pretty tight. So just keep in mind, what we want to do out of this is you could wait one time, aka you're watching ball hand switches when you talk about this right here. All right, so pretty much when you switch that ball hand to the first one, by tapping LT, this first visual cue right here, we're just boom, tapping LT, going to the right, tapping LT, going to the left, tapping LT, going to the right. It's simple. Now if you want to wait 2 ball hand rotations, where pretty much it goes to your right hand then back to the left hand in this situation, you're going to tap LT, wait for it to come back to the left, and then boom, just do that. Tap LT, wait for it to come back to left, boom, go. Simple as that. Again, ball hand to the right, you can do that in the exact same way. It's really nice. This is the Derrick Rose signature combo. I love it, and I gotta say, it's a new addition to the actual like season 2 stuff, and it's really cool. But anyway, if you want to wait 3 times for it to go from, in this situation, from your left hand to the right hand, then back to the left hand, and then back to the right, you can wait 3, and then boom, it just goes like that. Now, you don't got all day to just sit here and dribble, all right? So if someone gets up on you real tight on that first one, then boom, just go. Like, you can just go instantly whenever the defender shows you a reason to actually just like drive by him, pretty much. Now, another thing I wanted to showcase out of the Trae Young Size Up Escape package is going to be this one right here. So we were already talking about previously how you're going to hold RT, you're going to flick down diagonal to your right stick, and then you're going to move back the ball hand this way. So it's going to like have things looking like this, right? We were already talking about that glitchy move. However, now what you're going to do is you're going to do this the exact same way. Instead of going with the left stick back to the ball hand, now it's coming with you in the exact same way. And it's going to do this move right here. So this one's a lot more basic to do. You can go ahead and just do that behind the back, whichever way you want. It's really, really cake. It's super easy. I cannot stress enough how easy it is to do this move. I mean, and it really does move. I'm not gonna lie, like it really, really gets going. So if you feature this in right here, like all over the place, I mean, man, it really is just so easy to dribble. And then on top of that too, I already showed in the mixtape too, there was one move where I did this and then this as well. It gives a really big speed boost in terms of a driving animation. There's a lot of stuff you can do with this. I mean, you could even throw in another animation where you wait a little bit longer and then boom, do the actual Scottie Pippen behind the back. Really quickly, to easily explain how to do that Scottie Pippen behind the back, literally all you're gonna be doing is holding your RT, moving forward, like this left stick is moving in the direction that you wanna go, right? And ideally it's gonna be staying on that same side as where your ball hand already is. If you start sprinting way too far over here with your left stick, it's gonna switch your ball hand back to the left. And then when you try and do this behind the back right here, so aka if you're running to that ball hand side or just running straight, whatever the case may be, when you try and switch that ball hand by flicking your right stick down like this, so again, it's literally just gonna look like this is all. You're just sprinting, you're flicking that right stick down diagonal to the side that you're trying to run to, and it's gonna be as simple as that. Now, if you are in the situation where, let's just say, and bless 2K for actually making this where you don't run and like flip the camera. Let's just say you were accidentally doing that, right? Like that's exactly what's gonna happen. You're gonna be trying to sprint to the right, and then you accidentally move your ball hand over to the left, and instead of doing them behind the back, you're gonna do like some stupid hezzy that might really screw you up, and you might fumble the ball just because you're accidentally doing some BS like that. So again, you want that left stick to stay, I would say, about right here to like anywhere in this situation. So you can kind of move that left stick from like completely vertical to about 3 o'clock or so, and you're still gonna be able to do that behind the back. But what you don't want to do, again, is flip that left stick over to the other ball hand, and then you accidentally don't do the behind the back anymore, because now you're not going down diagonal, you're going to the same side. To really briefly just talk about the dunks real quick, again, we have the quick drops. All you gotta do is hold your right stick up while you're driving to the hoop. It's gonna give you that animation pretty much every single time. It's really a repetitive, easy thing to do. It really prevents you from getting blocked. It's very fast, and it's as simple as that. For the Michael Jordan dunk, you can pretty much just hold X from wherever you want to, and it's gonna give you this little like Air Jordan dunk package. If you do it from super far away, it's going to give you one where you can actually like take off from super far every single time. And I gotta say, for ISO players out there who actually have their 3-pointer up, this stuff would be glitchy. I mean, people playing you high, you can just literally dunk from the free throw line, bro. It's insane. So that's the utility in Limitless Takeoff. Now, if you have Hall of Fame Limitless Takeoff, that's about the only way you're going to get that animation every single time. If you don't have Limitless Takeoff on a super high level, again, silver or gold should be good enough to get really good quick drops animations right there, and it's really not going to be that big a deal, to be honest with you. I think the Jordan dunk might be a little bit overrated in a sense. I don't really think you need anything more than quick drops, but it is nice to still have that Jordan dunk if you had a super high driving dunk rating. So that's about as simple as that. To explain how to do the really cool spin dunks that you guys might have saw in the mixtape too, all you're gonna be doing is moving toward the hoop and double tapping the X button, and it's as simple as that. You literally are gonna be flipping your ball hand side. All right, so let's bring this all full circle right here. So we were already talking about doing this glitchy behind the back right here, right? So this is pretty much gonna be that Scottie Pippen package right there. Now we have this glitchy move off of it where it's gonna be going back to that ball hand. Now we were already talking about that at the beginning. You're gonna have to practice that a little bit yourself. I can't just magically show you how to do it and you're just gonna know it in like 2 seconds. All right, I learned this from Bear to Beast, and it took me like literally hours to be able to actually do this legitimately every single time. So anyway, now we do that glitchy move, right? Now I'm driving to the right. Now what's going to happen is I'm going to be going in for a dunk. I'm not going to have a contact dunk available. I'm not going to have anything available. Now, yes, I talk about in the mixtape film breakdown, I can just pass the ball. I mean, it's as simple as that, right? But when I'm driving like this, there's no opportunity to regular dunk, not even a hop really, I would say. This is where the spin dunk really comes into play, where you can double tap your X button and it's gonna flip that ball hand side. You're gonna be going from right to left and it's gonna do this right here. And it is beautiful for just advanced slashing and all types of stuff like that. Now, do I think that's necessary for someone who can shoot the ball? No. I mean, you can literally just be dribbling up top. Someone's playing too high. Oh, okay, just run by them and dunk. It's as simple as that. For me, if people are sagging off and they're playing like about right here, I'm gonna have to get kind of crafty with the way that I'm finishing the ball. And yes, it's very doable, honestly, with 99 driving dunk. Like, I still win a lot of games doing stuff like that, but for you, if you can shoot the ball, it's literally just going to be so easy. You just do these dribble moves like I'm doing right here, and if you get past someone, dunk. Simple. Like, and then if the help defender comes, dot the corner. Simple. I mean, ISO really could not be any easier on twos this year. I'm not going to lie. It is a walk in the park. I might even make a build that can shoot the ball, and I'm just going to be able to do stuff like that all day anyway. Anyway, that's about all for the video. I feel like everything that we showcased here was pretty easy and not really hard to understand. The only thing that was pretty hard to understand was this move right here, but realistically, you can get it down in a matter of time. And honestly, even myself, I haven't mastered this entirely. I can't do it literally every single time that I try and do it, but you can see it's pretty close to just about every time. What I want to get better at is figuring out how to do it without understanding. Like, what I'm doing is kind of predetermining like 3 seconds in advance. I'm like, okay, I kind of want to do that move. All right, let me do it. Like, and then now I'm just chaining it back together, and it's like super easy to perform every single time, except when I'm screwing stuff up like this. But anyway, what I want to be able to do is to be able to do it on the fly, like I did in that mixtape clip. That was very hard to do, and it's really hard to get that consistently every single time. So if I can figure out how to do it out of certain moves and just really spontaneously rather than predetermining how I want to do it, that'd be really cool. But anyway, like I said, that's all for the video. If you made it to the end of the vid, put dunk in the comments to show support to me all the way through, or put dribble if that fits your preference even more. And if we can get this to 1,000 likes, I'd really appreciate that. But what I'm starting to realize is these slasher related videos don't get a lot of love. They don't get a lot of views. The click-through rate, aka how many people see the video and click on it, is really low on these. And I do feel like it's just because there's not a lot of people out here who really are slashers anymore. I mean, it's really an extinct breed anymore. I feel like it's just me and like a couple of my followers pretty much who have been avid slashers year to year, and other than us guys, I mean, it's pretty extinct out there, I'm not gonna lie. But hey man, other than that, that's all for the video. I hope y'all enjoyed, and like I said, if you could drop a like, leave a comment, any of that stuff, I'd really appreciate it. Other than that, hope y'all enjoyed, and take it easy, man. Peace.